Okay, so really all I'm doing on this video is just kind of giving you guys a very simplified introduction to the software and just organizing our Google Drives. We'll go over this again, but I want to make sure that this is at least on video so you guys can see it. And this is 3ds Max. I just opened it up from scratch. We've got different viewports. We'll go more into it in class, but I just want to kind of get an idea to what you guys can do when we're making our PDFs for their units. I'm just left clicking, dragging, left clicking, and then a right click to get out of the function. We'll grab certain of these primitive ideas and use the middle mouse button and Alt to move the camera around. Let's say this is what we're working on and we've got a project here. I'm asking you guys to save screenshots and organize it into the Google Drive. So what I'm going to do here is just create a simplified version of this. I'm going to use the snipping tool, which comes with Windows, to get a screenshot. So what I'm going to do is hit new, and I'm going to grab everything. I'm going to right click real quick. I'm going to open this up over here so I can see the items. And the reason why is I want to see the scene. I want to see it all locked, viewable. I'm hitting Z to maximize the camera frame. It's like framing your images or your assets in any of the other types of projects. So when we get a screenshot, let's go ahead and hit new. Grab the letters, grab the geometry, anything that's pertinent to the scene so that I can see it. When that's there, I can go ahead and save this as a PNG. So I'll hit save. I'm going to put it in a folder that I can find. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my folder where I create things. And I create an actual class folder, which is this Art 1445 3DMR1, which is our class. And I'll go ahead and create a folder for what we're doing, which I think I need to go ahead and do. So I'm going to right click and create a new folder. This is Spring 2024. And then I'm going to create a new folder for my projects. And this one we're just going to say is intro, or actually we'll go ahead and call this unit 1. And then we can put our screenshots in here. So what we'll say here is 3ds Max. Name it something that's relevant to what we're doing. Hold on a second. I don't need that. We want that. We want that. Name it something relevant. So 3ds Max intro, and I just hit save. All right, so now I have a screenshot. And now if I open up my Windows Explorer, I can go to that folder. 3DMR1. We go to Spring 24. I named it Spring 24, didn't I? Hold on a second. Okay, I named it the wrong way. I want to name it correctly. And I'm using the year to actually use as the first name. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take the spring, Control X, add a space, Control V. Boom, there. Now 2024 spring. I'm going to go ahead and unit 1, and I see that I have that file. Great, now we have that location. If we're going to save this Max file for whatever reason, say we're at a good spot or we're ready to move on with our day, let's go ahead and save as. And I'm going to put it in the exact same folder. So I put that over here in D, ACC, DMR1. This is my drive, so these are my drive names. But I'm going to go ahead and put this in here and just call this intro 3ds Max. Now that file's been saved, and I can go over here to my Windows Explorer and see that that file is there. So now I have a 3ds Max file, a scene file, and a PNG. And you can see how small they are. This is great. So what we're going to do now is go to our Google Drive and save these where we can find them. Now I'm going to go ahead and open this. ACC gives you guys a bunch of space in your Google Drive. I've been using this for 15 years, so it's got a lot of projects. I'm going to create another folder for this class, and then I'm going to create a projects folder, which is basically the same thing. I've got a lot more stuff because I teach this class a lot, but I'm going to go ahead and go to projects. And either I create a project or I can do the same thing that I've been doing, which is to actually use this semester name. Since we're just doing intro, I'll go ahead and create a new folder and call this intro. Studios Max, and that's basically the same thing that we're doing. Go over here. Now that I got this project, I can go over here to the spring, and this is unit 1. What I'm going to do is drop this into unit 1. So now it's uploading everything. Now the next thing we need to do is create our PDF, and the way we're going to do this and organize it, we're going to create it using the Google Drive, and then we're going to save it into this folder. If we go into the actual folder and then go into here and click on the slides, it just takes us to the generic slides section. And so what I want to do is make sure that I get the proper slides. So I'm going to create a new presentation, and I'm going to just keep it simple right now. Unit 1. And then here, this will be your first initial last name. And then go ahead and put the professor's name in there. And then put the semester, spring 2024. Great, we've got that set up. Oopsie, let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Great, now I can click on a new slide, right click, just do new slide. And we're not doing much. If I click on the text title, I can delete it, not inside the text, but on the actual box. Click it, and then let's go ahead and insert our image. Now this is the key thing to remember. This is why I go this route. If I go to Drive, this will go to the drive that I just did, and if I have it on recent, which is by default, I can just click on the image that I just created and add that in there. And we have started our slide progress. We're not submitting anything, but in here you can use this same project to start collecting the images that you're using for your mood board of your final project. Start that out, and let's go ahead and get started. Now the next thing is to make sure you name it, first initial, last name, and then call it unit 1 because that's what we're working on. Boom. And that's it for right now. Now one more step, actually I forgot one more thing. We need to save this in the proper folder. So go to File, and we want to move it. It'll move it out of the default folder for all the slides and put it into the folder that we just created. Click on that just to make sure it's the right one. Hit move. Hit move. Now when I go to that drive, and there it is. And you can use this one for the rest of this unit, duplicate it again for unit 2, or just keep adding to this and make it the full project piece that holds all the data and imagery that you're using for this project. I'll get more details in this on Monday. Just for now, know that this is what I'm expecting. Hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, just bring it up in class. Cheers.